Hey there YouTube, what's up? Big Stack McGee here with another silver video for you. So here we are in day 2 following the significant precious metals price crash that we experienced. And I think we can all agree, at least if you're a fellow silver stacker, that instead of the panic that a lot of the mainstream world seems to be experiencing, that we're looking at this as a price break, as a fire sale, if you will, on precious metals. And knowing that, many of us are out there looking for some great deals, trying to accumulate more ounces. So, keeping that in mind, my question that I pose to you tonight is, how would you spend $1,000 on silver today, if you had the ability to do that? I know that I made several significant orders over the last couple weeks. I'm pretty much at the end of my purchasing power. I did make an order yesterday through Monarch. I'm very happy to do that. But looking today, and the reason I ask that is that as I just kind of surveyed the different websites, I actually went to my local coin shop tonight as well, just to see what the kind of stock they had. I brought along a little bit of cash in case that I could find some deals, and of course, I actually did not. But I'm going to spend just a little bit of time tonight talking about the results I found after kind of surveying what my options were today in terms of purchases. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is my local coin shop. Now, I live approximately half an hour from a pretty big city, and I happen to be there today for work, and so I popped on in. And here's what I discovered. For American Silver Eagles, they had plenty in stock, but they were charging $30.91 for that. Significant markup. That's the highest premium I've seen from them for Eagles, by at least a couple bucks. You know, when you're looking at, what is that, $7.50 in terms of a markup, that's significant. They were also offering generic silver rounds for right around $28, $28.06. So the difference there being about $2.80 or so between the two, which is pretty typical between the two at least. But that's still what a markup for generic silver rounds to be, you know, almost $4.50 or $5 over a spot. That's crazy. For a 10-ounce silver bar, you could get one of those at my local coin shop for $271.60. Which is, of course, in terms of just pure ounceage, the cheapest option there. And they had plenty of 90% silver coin. You could buy it all the way up. I asked if they had a $100 face bag. They had said yes. But what a premium on 90%. For $10 face value, I just use that for comparison here, they were asking $213.80. Which, folks, works up to about $30.27 for an ounce of silver. You're talking American Silver Eagle Premium territory with this massive markup. That's crazy. That's $6.86 over spot price for 90% silver. So that 90% shortage that everyone seems to be experiencing is kind of really driving prices up. So anyway, that was the prices from the local coin shop. So then quickly I'm just going to show you two websites that I purchase from frequently. One is APMEX and one is Provident Metals. And for APMEX, you can see here the same categories. American Silver Eagles for $30.47. Generic silver rounds for $27.06. 10-ounce silver bar, the cheapest ones I could find on there, were $287. And then look at this for the 90% silver. That's even higher than what it was at my local coin shop, $224.01. So, not, you know, I guess when you're looking at this specifically, the generic silver rounds you can get through APMEX, and I believe it was their signature brand, you can get for exactly $1 cheaper through APMEX. For the 10-ounce silver bar, the cheapest one I could find, it was a definite savings to get one from a local coin shop. And then, of course, not at all for the 90% silver. Silver Eagles, right around the same. So let's look at Provident. Provident had Silver Eagles today for $30.30. Generic silver rounds, $25.66. Definitely a marked savings from the previous two places. A 10-ounce silver bar, even more noticeable, $246.60, and they did not have any 90% coins available for purchase today. So when you're looking at this now, keep in mind premiums must rise in a situation like this. When you have falling precious metals prices, these retailers and whatnot have to cover themselves because much of the silver that they're going to be selling they've acquired at a higher price, and so they're just covering their bases a little bit. So you can expect higher premiums across the board, but that's what makes savvy purchasers like us look for great deals. So for the purpose of the study tonight on how would you spend $1,000, I'm just going to use Provident in this example here. So $1,000 would buy you 33 American Silver Eagles from Provident. $1,000 would buy you 39 generic silver rounds, or it will buy you 4 10-ounce silver bars, generic bars. So my question to you tonight is, given these options, and I know there's other options, there's other places you can buy and stuff like that, but let's just use these for examples. If this was your option, which way would you go? Would you feel safer getting the American Silver Eagles, knowing that you know, for whatever reason, whether it's resale value, knowing that you'll get some amount over spot, or at least guaranteed to get spot if you're trying to move them down the road? Or would you prefer the 6 extra ounces from the generics in a smaller form that you can still, you know, deal off one by one if you wanted to, or the larger 10-ounce silver bars? So that's, you know, you're gaining basically 7 ounces by going that route. So if that were your option, which way would you go? I know that if you got in, there's other places where you can get some cheaper generic rounds, so that would make it even more significant. Like, and I did not check Monarch Precious Metals today, but I know they still, as of yesterday, had about 1,000 left. And they were selling theirs for $1 over spot. I didn't check to see if they raised their premiums on those today or not. But what would you do, guys? Which way would you go with that? Keeping in mind, I suppose, when you're looking at this compared to a local coin shop and whatnot, that you have to factor in shipping and whatever. But I also live in a state where they charge sales tax on bullion purchases, so which is a real bummer. I would definitely buy local more frequently if that wasn't the case, but that ends up being a significant addition to the price. So for me, I look at it as a shipping charge, even from APMEX, ends up being cheaper than paying the tax on the purchase most of the time. So I tend to buy online. So that's my question to you guys tonight, is if you had $1,000 to burn right now on precious metals, which direction would you go and why? I'd like to do a follow-up video on this at some point, just talking about maybe some of the philosophy behind the stacking. I know some people are very, very adamant on just let's get American Silver Eagles because they're widely recognized and whatever. And they hold, you know, you buy them for a premium, but you hope to gain some of that when you sell. My experience is that, from what I can tell, is you're pretty much guaranteed to get at least spot when you try to sell American Silver Eagles. So, whereas if you're selling generics of any kind, you're going to get under spot for sure. But where's the spread? That's where the question is. Is American Silver Eagles worth paying almost $7 over spot for? I just can't do that. I don't advise that today, but so that's my question. Leave a comment if you would, and guys, I hope that you have found some good deals. Also, if you've gotten any really incredible deals over the last couple of days, why don't you leave a comment and let's let everyone see your good fortune. Having said that, I hope everyone's having a fantastic night. This is Big Stack McGee. Please like and subscribe. We'll be back again shortly with another silver video. You guys have a great night.